You're listening to the Hocus Pocus podcast.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Hocus Pocus podcast. I'm joined again by my good friend Callum Hole this week. How are you, Cal?
Yeah, good, mate. Got a bit of an ear problem, but other than that, we're all good.
Callum's got an extraordinary amount of wax in his ear, apparently, so he's going to have that.
Yes, going to have to get medically removed. But we are with a guest who I will introduce. We're with Caitlin McKever.
Yeah.
Say hello, Caitlin.
Hi.
Would you describe yourself as a good friend of mine, or just a friend of mine, or acquaintance of mine from uni?
I feel like we're friends by default.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a bit harsh.
Good.
No, but we are.
Strong
Like,
start.
I wouldn't,
Strong start.
I wouldn't pick you out of the street. Like, you just so happen to be there.
Fall into your life.
Yeah, and then just never there.
Callum does tend to do that.
Yeah. Well, you're going out with my best friend. Is the link?
That's
Yeah.
disappointing. I thought we were more than that, but there we go.
Oh, well, maybe.
But anyway, so yeah, Caitlin's joining us, and Caitlin will have some great questions and topics for us. Probably some different ones we've had before. And we're actually going to start off with a weird one. I'll go on, do the concept view and break it down. Go on.
Anyone new's listening, just a little breakdown of how we normally do things on the Hocus Pocus podcast. Each person has brought a topic of discussion to the table, and the general idea is we will discuss that topic, get a little bit deeper into people's thinking, and just have a good old discussion about it. So usually Callum starts, and then we go with the guest, and then I sort of wrap up. So I think you've got something a little bit different for us today, Cal. Is that right?
Yes, I do, because I know Caitlin, and I know she likes tarot cards and tarot readings. So we thought, what better to do than a live tarot reading on me from Caitlin? So, how do we do this, Caitlin?
Well, do you want to ask me a question? And I'll just shuffle and go.
How do we do this, Caitlin?
Just ask me a question.
He just asked you.
I'll ask you any question.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
ask me any question you want. I'm going to shuffle my cards and I'm going to think about you. And then one will jump out and that will be the answer. But I haven't learned what all of them mean, so I'll have to look it up.
What
But
type
you
of question are you
can't be
thinking? Like a big
negative
question,
about
or
it. You
no, I
have to
won't
be
be
a
negative.
believer.
Promise. Yeah, I
No.
promise I will.
Just be like, what's in my future? I don't know. Don't do something like
a deep question.
yeah,
Like
not
deep
like what my
question.
future is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, just do whatever you want, or I'll just
Will my future be long,
Okay.
healthy, and successful?
Right, we'll just see about that. Okay. let me
He's gone
think about
deep.
it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, one flew out straight away. The King of Wands. I don't know what that
Hell
means.
does
though.
this
What
mean?
the-
What do you mean
I'm
it
gonna
flew out? Did you just throw it across the room? Is that what you
No.
mean?
No, Callum, I promise you. Whenever I have the gift, I do. Because whenever I shuffle the cards and I think about someone, one always jumps out.
What's weird is we can't actually see the cards, so she could have literally just yeeted it across the room and claimed. Does that mean Callum's going to go to Hogwarts if he's got the King of Wands or whatever? Is he,
No. Right. It represents pure, fine energy in its masculine form. How weird is that?
So I'm a bit of a geezer then.
Well, let's not jump the gun. You're not interested in creation and creativity or in dreaming up ideas. Instead, you're more inclined to take an idea and then enlist others to help you do it. That's kind of you.
that does
You
sound,
don't do things yourself. You ask other people to do it for you.
that does sound about right, Cal.
It's a sign that you're stepping into the role of a visionary leader, ready to direct people towards a common goal.
You were
So,
captain
like a
of
dictator.
Rocky Robbins under 15s, Callum.
Yeah.
A
I
leader.
was.
Yeah,
Leader of
you
men.
would. If you're a leader, I think you would be a dictator. Others naturally gravitate towards you because you are.
I don't think that's a compliment.
Actually, I don't know. No, I think you'd just be like a lazy leader.
Brilliant.
Congratulations, Callum. You're a
So,
dictator.
Isn't that so you though, Callum?
Well, I don't know, really. Like, yeah.
It basically says that something's going to happen and you're going to have to lead people.
Right.
So
Okay.
I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe, I don't know, someone might ask you to lead something. I don't know, what would you lead? Like
I reckon Callum would lead some sort of Birmingham City fan club organisation thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't done that yet. That sounds like something.
Yeah, I could do. I just. So that's the whole. That is a tarot reading. That's all I get is that I'm going to lead something.
Oh, dude, I said you can't be negative.
No, sorry. I'm really happy with your reading. No, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the reading.
Yeah, but
No, I'm really happy with the
actually
reading.
Professional, and I only got these for Christmas, and and obviously I've not seen anyone, so I've not been able to do a real face-to-face tarot reading. I think it's pretty good.
Right. Okay, should we? That was a lot less time than I thought it was going to be.
Oh,
I'm
would
still
you
really
want?
happy with the reading.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's do you. Let's do you. Let's do you.
Hit me with a question.
Oh fucking hell! I've got to think of something deep now, haven't I? It's got to be. Has it got to be about something that's going to happen to me?
Will I ever not be a gimp?
Oh, fuck off.
It can be whatever you want, or I can just shuffle. I'm gonna have to. I don't. You're gonna have to send your vibes through the screen.
My vibes. I don't know. What are my vibes?
I don't know.
Oh, I could say something, but it's probably a bit. It's a bit like.
Can I say what you're like?
What's my vibes then, Callum? For someone who doesn't know me, like.
Ewan is very nice. He's a very proud man. He's a hard worker. He struggles socially.
Struggles socially. I'd say that's about right, Callum. Well done.
And he's very creative.
I'm just gonna think about your name. I know you kind of because I do listen to this.
Okay. My question would be.
Do you?
Yeah. This is actually not. I'm actually not called you. I'm trying to think about my question.
I think to describe Ewan well, he would be like an army person.
An army person?
A soldier. That's it. A soldier.
Cal, I'll tell you what. Why don't you pick the question for me? You pick what question I want to have answered by the card.
Okay. No, because it's not me, mate. You've got to be positive in your own vibes, Ewan.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you two. Right, do you know what? I don't need to know a question. I'll just the cards will speak for itself.
Oh, fucking hell.
And if you don't like it, it's because you didn't pick a question.
Right,
So
okay.
come to me.
I like the authoritative nature of that. Very nice.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Right. Ewan.
I'm gonna get something terrible now, aren't I?
Oh my God, Ewan, about 20 came out. Oh, I can't do them all. I'm gonna do the first one I saw. The Four of Wands.
All about wands tonight, isn't it? Jesus. The Four of Wands.
Yeah. I think I get this card a lot. I think I know what it means. I think it's a good card.
Does that mean you and Caitlin are soulmates? You and soulmates?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Why do you want us to be soulmates?
Are you on the same planet lines?
No.
Right. What does my card mean? Shut up, Callum.
A card of joyful celebration, blissful happiness, and appreciation for the good things in life. It's a perfect time to celebrate with those you love most. Is a significant event coming up, like a wedding, birthday, reunion? When's your birthday?
June.
Well, that's soonish.
Significant event? No, not especially. I don't know. The weekend.
It was your girlfriend's birthday recently, wasn't it?
It was her birthday. It was her birthday last week. 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, how weird is that? Well, that's exactly
so
what
weird. That is so weird.
Okay.
And it says, yeah.
So basically, I'm joyful and celebratory despite my struggling in social situations.
Yeah, no, it says to just relax and enjoy your celebrations that are coming up.
Okay. Or
I think that means we're about to get a sponsorship for the podcast.
It does. Yes. Thank you.
If that's what you want it to mean.
Yeah.
It
I'm
is.
sure it will.
It's an interpretive art in it, the art of the cards. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's my segment done then. Yeah. Sort of goes in with. Yeah, I've never had my tarot reading before because I'm not an absolute lunatic and I wouldn't pay for it.
I got my tarot reading done.
I know, I was there.
Oh yeah, you was there. Oh, it was the sweetest man, Ewan. It was this man, and he had a little what's it called? It was a caravan, but the cute caravans, like the old school caravans.
VW camper van, yeah.
No, like the gypsy,
Not a pedo's caravan, like a nice caravan.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
It was a bit like a Peaky Blinders wagon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like this. Yeah, I know the kind of thing you mean.
It was like green.
I'm
And
getting
his
the
name was
vibes.
Igor. Yeah,
Igor.
and he was so cute. I
What's
can't
he-
remember what he said though.
Can't be that good then.
No,
He
didn't
said,
say
"Thanks
much
for
about
coming. I appreciate your money. Now get out my van."
No, I don't. It wasn't. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't a lot.
Fair play.
25 quid.
No, I
Fuck
don't
off,
think it
was
was.
No.
It might have been actually. I don't know. I think it was 20.
I think it was. He's famous though. He's on the news, wasn't he, Igor?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, he
So,
was. I think he found like a dead body or something.
right.
You would have thought he would have seen it coming, surely.
Anyways,
Ha, ha,
that was
ha.
wasn't it?
Right. So, I
Right.
guess
That's the end of my segment.
that's the end of Callum's segment. Caitlin, I've had a little discussion with Callum. Apparently, you've got quite a few topics of conversation. So, fire away.
just
Let
have,
us
like,
know.
things to
Let us know what
say.
you've gone.
I don't know where I should.
It's a free
where I should
space.
start. I don't know where I should start. Let me refer to my notes.
Goodness me, this is the most prepared guest we've ever had. Normally, they just sort of sit there and.
Oh, really?
chat.
I
Toby
think
Taverner
this is
sit there
a good one.
dribbling.
That's very
No.
unfair on Toby.
Okay. Well, actually, can I? There's something that I thought of like a couple of weeks ago, and I think I've like just like cracked some sort of like code of life.
Go on then, hit us.
So basically, right, everyone has a childhood toy that is
Right.
like that they still probably have, and it's like the toy you had when you was a baby, like it's your like childhood toy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, everyone has one, but no one's is the same. No one has the same childhood toy.
Well, yeah, because it belongs to you. So if someone else had your toy,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be yours, would it?
but obviously, so we're all like around the same age. Like the toys would have been like, why would our parents not pick up the same toy? Like I've never seen anyone with the same childhood toy that I have. But my mum didn't
Which
get
is
it
what?
like specially made. She
What
just got
is
it from the
your-
shops.
What is your childhood toy?
Oh, marmalade.
Oh, she actually got it with her.
No, it's just because it was just next to me anyway. So, have you ever seen marmalade before? Have you ever owned
What
this
is
bear?
is it just a bear with a brown
Just for
thing?
reference, marmalade is a
This
bear
is
with
what
a
I
bow
mean.
tie.
But no one else has this. It's just like, what's your like? Can you think of your childhood
Yes,
toy?
I
Like, do you
can.
have one to mind?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anyone else with it?
No, but I don't know whether mine was given to me by a family friend, so I don't know if it was made.
Yeah, but
by
they still would
someone.
have bought it from somewhere, like a.
Yeah,
a
but I don't know if
basic
it was
shop.
like I don't know if it was like one of those people who makes toys for kids, because my brother got a similar toy that was slightly different, obviously, because it was his.
I have a
so-
brown bear with a brown bow tie.
I had a dog called D'Urberville and had a jacket with a little bone on it. That is-
Mine's actually a Paddington Bear. Is actually mine.
really?
It's an interesting concept though. Like I see what you mean. Like a lot of people have similar toys, but maybe not the same. I
But
think
don't you
now.
think that's just weird?
I mean,
But no, because that's just like saying that no one's ever had the same like egg as anyone, because like genetically
No,
it would
that's
never
not
be
the
the
same
same
thing
egg,
at
would it?
all.
well, that just not a
No.
very good example, was it?
No.
Callum?
You can't say like that's completely different. I'm not. It's like saying, oh, if I said to you, oh my god, when I was younger, I had like this shoe. Like say I had like light up Skechers. I didn't, but say I did. You'd be like, oh yeah, I had that too. And anything else
Oh,
I had when I was younger, you'd be like, oh yeah, I had that too. Or
Right.
if I was like, oh, I had a tweenies, like I don't know. A lot of kids have the same toys and shoes and clothes, but no one has the same like main childhood thing, like their childhood soulmate toy, you know.
Fair enough.
Soulmate toy.
I've never just would have described the toy as my soulmate, but I get what you're saying.
Really?
I am quite. Someone have described me as quite a weird bloke, but I've never called a toy my soulmate. So I'll. That's quite an interesting thing. And
No, I
Is
think
it?
it's going to
I'll
really
be
kick
honest,
off. But
I'd never thought of that. So fair play to you.
there we go.
Fair play.
Right, what else have you got for us, Caitlin, from your massive list of
It
conversational
wasn't a
points?
list. There was about 3 things.
Well, that
Okay,
is
another one.
a list.
You're so- What do you guys think about Kim and Kanye divorcing?
Oh God. Are they actually divorcing? Is it true?
Yeah, basically. So about in like January, she hired this lawyer that was known for celebrity divorces.
So she's realised that Kanye is a massive narcissistic knob. Eventually.
Yeah, but but it was quite shocking.
What's this lawyer thing then?
Oh, so she hired one of like the main divorce lawyers that does all the celebrity divorce. So that's when the rumours started, and then like last week, she has officially filed.
I mean,
does she say why?
Well, I think it's because she's obviously going down this route of like becoming a lawyer and stuff, and he's a bit off the rails. But I just didn't think she'd actually divorce him. I thought maybe they would like get separated. But I feel like they're honestly like soulmates.
Why? You're soulmates with Kanye West. I feel sorry for you because the man is off his head. Like, he's undoubtedly very talented and has a lot of, skills musically, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. Like, some of the stuff he comes out with.
Is he?
Kanye West.
I don't know anything about Kanye West, to be honest.
I'd like to say, I don't get the obsession with the Kardashians. I don't understand why people actually give a fuck about them. They mean nothing. They have no talent. Like, why are they famous? Like, I don't really get the obsession with them.
And it's live.
Like, personally, I just don't really see why it's like a big deal. Like, people get divorced all the time, and Kanye West is a bit of a prick anyway, so fair play. But I don't get the obsession with the Kardashians in the first place.
Because I think they're just really entertaining.
Yeah, no, but like Callum's entertaining, and Callum isn't famous, and like loads of people I've met at uni are far more entertaining than the Kardashians, but they're not. I don't personally see it, so I'd like someone to tell me why the Kardashians.
I don't know. Like, I
would rather watch, I think, the leaves fall off a tree over the season of whatever season it is, autumn, than watch one episode of that absolute shite that they call Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I like it. I think it's good. No, but I do think because for work I have to research like celebrity news a lot. But every single day, like the whole of like Cosmopolitan is just Kardashian news. But their headline is like, Khloe Kardashian came out and said that her pictures weren't edited. It was just a weird lens. That was the headline today. But
who cares?
No, I know, right? So who does care? But obviously people do care. Like that, like everyone cares. But it's like, why do people care?
I think.
Well, why do you think people care?
Because I care, but I don't know why I care. But I do care. Like, I read the whole thing, and I already knew about it before because I saw that Khloe tweeted about it.
That's a very deep statement. I care, but I don't know why I care. The thing is,
do you not think
the Kardashians became famous because Rob Kardashian, or the dad, whatever his name is, represented O.J. Simpson. That is the only reason anyone gives a fuck about them. And then suddenly,
no, that is not the only reason.
That is the only reason.
It's not. It's the dad. It's not. There's definitely a website. There's definitely a website out there on the internet that claims more fame to the Kardashian name than whatever that bloke's name.
No, but that was. But yeah, I know that. But that was how their name originally got out there, and then obviously that happened afterwards. That wasn't like because like that could just if that was just an ordinary bloke, no one would have or person, no one would.
Apparently, she's quite clever.
What, Kim?
Oh, they're undoubtedly intelligent because they've made.
They're very talented. They're very business savvy.
Yeah, I think they're like media trained, clever. Like when you watch interviews of them, like everything they say is kind of perfect.
But who runs them? They must have some sort of manager or some sort of.
Chris, the mummager.
Right, she must be very good at business, like sort of strategies.
She is. They say that she orchestrates everything because apparently, this is what I heard. You know, I said that the rumours came out that she was getting divorced in January. Something about the divorce laws in LA is that once you've said you're getting a divorce, any money made after that isn't shared between you or something like that. So Kim did that on purpose because Kanye had she had some big money thing coming in and she wanted to like not share it. That's what I read.
Who makes more money out of those two?
I don't actually know because he obviously went bankrupt that time, and he tweeted, "What's the Facebook guy? Mark Zuckerberg." He asked him to send him some money.
This is the thing. Like, why? I personally just think Kanye West is just a very odd man, very strange man.
Yeah, but I like that though. I think it's fun to be odd.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
I
odd.
like
Kanye
one
West.
of them, but I don't know his name.
Scott. I bet you like Scott.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I like him.
But
Is he
Scott's going
problematic?
out... Yes. Oh my God, Callum. He's 37, might even be older, and he's going out with a 19-year-old.
Sorry.
Do you think
Okay.
that's bad? How?
That is a bit questionable.
I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't do it myself.
Well, as a
Maybe I
37-year-old.
don't. Well, it's not illegal, is it? It's not like illegal. It's definitely frowned upon.
I think 19 is too young for her.
Yeah, definitely questionable.
Is it
definitely
Sophia?
a bit
Is it
nonsense.
Sophia Richie?
No, they've broken up.
Oh.
But
I
she
like
was. But
I like
she's
Lionel
young.
Richie.
Yeah, okay. That's so.
What relevance does that have to anything?
Sophia Richie's.
No,
Lionel
but I
Richie's
actually
daughter,
came up with.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
No, this girl is her.
Could have been Matt Ritchie.
mate.
This girl, her friends. Okay.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say
Go
this
on.
girl, the 19-year-old. She's somehow connected to Eyal from Love Island, and Leah and Eyal and Scott have been hanging out. That's when, because Scott messaged Megan from Love Island.
No,
I did see
don't
this.
know
Yeah, that
but-
was neat.
Do you know what, I'm really
Megan.
trying
Who's
to-
Megan?
Megan Barton Hanson that was with Wes. She's from
Fucking-
Southend.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
He messaged
Okay.
her being like, "You're so horrible." It was big news.
My good friend Eyal.
Oh, I did see that. I did
Yeah.
see that actually.
That's got to be
Yeah.
the
I
most
see that.
niche connection ever.
I
like,
know. It was so much
imagine
fun.
just was a laugh. Was a laugh.
Did you see the episode where we debated whether Ewan would beat Anton in a fight from Love Island?
Anton. Oh, I thought you meant
Anton
Anton
Danton.
Debeck. No.
No.
Do you think he would? He's quite
Anton.
big. What, in verbal or physical?
Oh, definitely not in
Physical.
verbal. I'm the worst. at
Physical,
verbal
physical.
confrontation. Physical fight.
Would you think you would?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm asking you.
Oh. Do I think
I
you
just
would?
like to tell the
Hmm.
listeners that when we first began this call, Caitlin said that she was expecting me to be tall and skinny, and I am probably the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I don't know how
judging-
tall you are.
not very tall, 5
About
foot 10.
4'3".
Do you think I would beat Anton Danny Luke? Because we had some quite negative statements from some listeners. about my
I don't know
prospects.
if you. There's a couple factors that I'm thinking of. But
Go on.
how angry are you?
Oh,
I don't think he's got the vim
I don't know
of
what that means.
What?
The vim. What does the vim
We're
mean?
I know what she means from the context. Yeah.
I don't know if because he seems quite sensitive to me, so I can't imagine him because someone can be like big, but if they've not got like passion behind what they're punching, they're not gonna.
Oh, okay. So basically,
Very
if I could have more passion than Anton, then I would be victorious.
Chutzpah, I'd call it. A little bit of
Oh
chutzpah.
yeah. Is his name Anton?
Anton, yeah, the Scottish one, the
That
one who
doesn't sound right. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
the
but
one who got his
I-
bum shaved. His mum shaved his bum.
Yeah, he was in Dubai recently. He got in
Yes.
trouble for that.
That's what.
No, did he? Did he now?
That was the reason for the call.
What else have you got for us, Caitlin? Then is there the last thing on your list now? Is it?
No. Do you know what I realised though? We are different crowds because I obviously listen to this and I find it so boring when you talk about football. But now I understand. Now what I'm talking about Kardashians, I feel like you aren't. Oh,
No,
okay.
we're interested in the Kardashians, but
You
I
just said
just
you're
don't know
not.
any-
You just said you'd rather watch Lethals.
No. I'm interested. I did, yeah, but I'm interested in what you have to say
Oh,
about the Kardashians.
What I find interesting is I like someone who has a totally different opinion to me on a subject, and I like for them to explain
Yeah.
their opinion to me, and I'm like, oh, I'd never thought of it like that. Like the child's toy thing. Well, you were going about, I was like, well, I've just never thought about that. And then when you said about the Kardashians, and you said, I don't know why I care, but I do care. That to me was like, oh, that's quite interesting. Like, I never would have thought of it like that.
That's true. Because actually circling back to the age thing, Scott's 37 and she's 19.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought of a rule the other day that I'm going to use about age. I don't think you should go for someone that's under 15 years younger than your parents. Wait, does that make
Under
sense?
15 years younger than your parents.
No,
Yeah.
no, over. No, right. What am I trying to say?
So say your
I don't
mum's
think-
50,
Right,
you wouldn't
yeah,
go for
so-
anyone 35 or above.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
or anyone younger than your youngest sibling.
What if you're an
I
only
think that's
child?
the
That's quite
rules.
problematic for some reason.
Yeah, well, if you have a sibling that's like 6, obviously.
Yeah, 'cause it's a flawed system.
But right, so my sister's 17, so I could date a 17-year-old.
Would be
In
nice.
theory, or maybe yeah.
How old's your
No.
youngest sibling, Ewan?
My youngest sibling
Yeah.
is 19.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you're in the clear.
That's fine. My girlfriend's.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a cumulative way because it's always going to be getting older.
Oh, I see. Right. So you're. I
Right,
like
okay.
the concept of no more than 15 years from your parents. I think that's a good one for the top.
Yeah.
I personally would say, if you're 25 or older, you shouldn't be dating anyone younger than 20.
Okay.
For me, like if you're 25 and you're dating someone who's 19, like that just screams a little bit dodgy to me.
Do you think?
A little bit, yeah.
How old am I? Oh, Joseph, do you ever think sometimes I just thought then I was like, oh god, like I'm 19, but I'm not.
Yeah, like personally, like my brother's 24 and his girlfriend is 21, and that's the same age as my second youngest sibling. So make of that what you will. I know he's not going to listen to this, so it's fine. Don't need to.
Yeah, I know some crazy gaps.
So, well, to be fair, my nan is 12 years younger than my granddad. So, again,
Yeah,
make
so
of
that rule would work. Oh, anyway,
Right,
just date whoever you want.
yeah, fair enough.
Well, not if they're like 4.
No. Well,
Let's keep it legal.
what is legal? 16.
Yeah, 16. 16 is for.
All right, let's not keep it legal. Let's keep it above legal. Let's keep it like...
No, it must be 18. Oh no, I think you can be groomed. So when you're over 18, can you not be groomed?
Oh my god! Well, this took a turn. I think.
No, but if someone,
you can be groomed at any age, I think. But that's.
yeah, that's what I mean. But I thought so. If someone was like said to me, say they were 24.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I'm gonna, but I didn't really like them, but they're like, I'm gonna buy you this like Chanel bag if you like kiss me. Is that illegal?
No, it's frowned
It's
upon.
not illegal. I mean, it reflects badly. It reflects worse on you than it does him.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I would
Are you
slowly.
trying
What,
to tell
you
us-
kiss someone for a Chanel bag? Mind you, though, to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah, you could put it on
No,
Depop
really?
straight away.
Yeah, I'd even use tongues. Anyway.
Oh, God. You know this is going out to the public. You know this is...
If anyone wants to
Yeah,
buy
people
Caitlin
will
a Chanel
listen to
bag
this.
for a kiss, there you go.
If anyone's desperate for their first kiss and has a spare, couple of £100 lying around.
Caitlin uses tongues, there you go.
There isn't a lot I wouldn't do for a Chanel bag. But the next question.
Hang on. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. So, Caitlin, I think you've probably got one more topic that I reckon you were wanting to discuss. Is that right?
Yeah. So I was going to say, so obviously lockdown is supposed to be ending 21st of June.
See.
Yeah. So, but then we've basically been in lockdown for like a year. So
Right.
what would you tell yourself a year ago? Like what advice would you give about how to survive the next year?
First
Ooh,
piece of
that's
advice
good.
I give myself is don't shave your head, which I did in the first lockdown. That was quite a mistake.
Why was that a mistake though? Because it seemed it's grown back.
It has grown back, and it's doing all right. My brother cuts my hair at the moment. It was terrible. I sort of looked like I looked like I'd just been released from some sort of prison. I was not a strong look. Got quite a large head as it goes anyway. And the fact that it was shaved didn't really do anything for me. I thought I might look like Jason Statham, but I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like Mike Dean.
Yeah.
Might be.
So yeah, I would probably that'd be the first thing I'd tell myself: don't shave your head because you will look like a knob.
That's good advice.
I would tell myself from the start, I would have.
Boris is a waste man. It's going to last way longer than he says it is.
I'd have
Stick it out.
definitely pre-ordered the new Xbox.
Okay.
Because you can't get them at the moment, and if I'd pre-ordered it preempting a lockdown, then I would have the new Xbox.
Nice.
But I'd say don't miss a day. Don't go a day without leaving the house, because I have days, like I have a weekend sometimes where like I will not leave the house for like 4 days.
Yeah.
And even just to walk to the like a shop or around the park, it makes a big difference to your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would do, is try and go on more walks and try and get more of a schedule of... getting a sleep schedule, that would have been good, to be fair.
Yeah, I think schedule.
Those who know Callum know he is the master of limited sleep. Every Saturday morning when I used to come to get you for football, Callum, you'd always either be asleep or in your pajamas. So that would
because I'm busy.
Busy doing things.
Okay.
I reckon I would probably similar to Cal, probably like try and be more active. Just not necessarily like workouts, but like just do more stuff. Like even if it's just like around the house, just move more. Because I feel like I always feel a bit like stagnant if I'm just sat doing nothing.
Would you tell yourself how long it was going to go on? But would you be like, oh, this is going to go on for like a year, by the way?
I do think though, like you think about a year and it sounds like a really long period of time, right? So if I now say to you, like, where do you think you'll be next February? You think, fuck me, that's ages away. But that will be like, that's actually goes so fast. So I kind of like the illusion of breaking it up, because originally that was quite a good thing for me. I was like, right, okay, so it's going to be reviewed in 3 weeks. So I've got 3 weeks to do it. Okay, cool. Right, another 3 weeks. Like,
I wouldn't tell myself that was going to be, because I was freaking out.
Thing. Yeah.
When it first happened, I was so scared. I really thought like everyone was going to die. Like, so I would say to myself to like chill out and not like freak out about it so much, and that like it's not the worst thing in the world, and that you will just learn that you can do things on your own and you don't have to be around people all the time and like going out all the time.
I think that I would say as well, you don't always have to achieve something with your day. Like, it's perfectly okay to do fuck all. Although I've just said, like, I would say I'd want to move about more. Like,
yeah, you don't have to.
I think one of my like things is I'm always very hard on myself, and I think I always like to feel like I've achieved something with my day. But obviously, there's shit all to do, so it's not really like you can achieve a great deal.
I feel like mine are really shallow compared to your ones. Like, I'm just thinking I would have bought Amazon Prime a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, what would I have? Would I have bought anything?
I think I might have explored a bit more as well, because when I was at uni,
explored.
Like
you can't go anywhere.
No,
where are you going to go?
No, but like the first lockdown, I was at uni, so I was in Bournemouth, and
me and my mate during lockdown, you mean?
No, I was at university.
Flog him.
So I was we'd go down to the beach. Me and my mate who was living in my house. We would like go and explore a bit.
You're so annoying.
And I sort of feel like I'd like to have done more of that. Like since I've come home, I guess because I'm sort of not actually in the place where I grew up, because I live in a different place now. But like it's all very
glad you cleared that up.
All very familiar to me. Thanks.
We went on a walk, didn't we? The other day?
We did go on a walk. It was a bit boggy, wasn't it, Cal? I wore the wrong footwear. Callum was also wearing the wrong Wellingtons, the wrong size.
Yeah, so I had some serious chafing. You chafing the word?
I don't know what the word is.
No, they can cause a crazy blister. You need to get special welly socks.
I just think I'd be a bit more adventurous. No, they were definitely not hunter. They were definitely sports director.
£16 from Billingshurst Farm Shop, for anyone that knows Billingshurst Farm Shop.
So I think I'd do more bits and bobs outside.
16 quid.
That's good. That's a good price. That's a good price.
That's a bargain for a pair of wellies. Basically stole them. Should have been wearing a mask.
Oh yeah. Were they high up? Like high up your leg? Or were they the little ankle?
Well, I'd say they're fairly average wellies.
Imagine Callum in a cropped welly.
I like the ankle ones. I think they're stylish.
Yeah, maybe not for Cal.
I'd have learnt the piano and learnt French or
You
Italian.
wouldn't have done that though. I would
Yeah,
have.
I know, it's
do
the
you know what?
problem.
I would have definitely bought. I feel like at the start of lockdown, I had so many plans, and I really didn't achieve any of them. Like I wanted to buy roller skates.
I remember that.
Yeah, I
Roller
have my
roller skates or blades?
Oh, what's the difference?
Skates are like a four-wheeled contraption.
Oh, not those.
Blade is
the
like
real
a.
deals. Oh, the blades. The blades.
You could have
And
cut up the streets on your rollerblades. Like I
yeah,
said.
me and Rosie just had a vision. I wanted to just roll down the street. Oh, do you know what? I still might do it. I might just buy roller skates now or blades.
I think we achieved quite a lot in lockdown at the start, Caitlin.
What, me and you? Yeah.
Well,
I learned how
we
to play
taught someone how to ride a
football.
bike.
Yeah.
Taught you how to play football.
This is. You told me that. That's
Caitlin can ride a bike.
That's
Me and Caitlin taught someone to ride a bike.
That's the link.
That was a really proud achievement for me. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that's not a timer.
We did some quizzes. I did some vlogging. I did a vlog.
Oh yeah.
I imagine that was
That would have been.
that was
That would
probably
have been
quite good.
almost a year ago.
A year ago, yeah. Just remember my birthday. That was
Yeah. And we. Yeah.
Let's not stay
Well,
on this too long because otherwise
to
we're
be-
talking about our lives.
To be fair,
reminiscing.
my topic does lead on quite nicely from this. I did bring this up with Callum earlier, and he shut me down quite aggressively and told me it was shit, but I'm going to do it anyway. So
Okay.
my sort of topic of conversation is the subject of like fate and everything happening for a reason, and whether you feel like life and like things that happen to you are like predetermined, and therefore your actions like won't change it. Like like I'm not talking about like really specific things in your life, but the general gist of your life is kind of mapped out, and you can't really change that because of your actions, or whether you don't think that, and also whether you think that like things happen for a reason and like that all that kind of thing. Do you want me to give you my take on it, just so to give you a little bit of time to think, or?
Go on then.
So my take on it is that I think that your life is somewhat mapped out for you. Like I just think stuff just happens. I think you can change certain things. Like you can create situations that would enable you to do something different, if that makes sense. I don't think that there's masses you can do for like the general overview of where you're going to go. I think that's kind of like decided by your personality. I do think things happen for a reason, and like they teach you stuff to not do again. Like I used to always like really worry about things and be like, oh, I really regret doing that. And I've actually decided now, like in the last year or so, actually since the lockdown, that like for me, I just decided to try and not regret anything. Like you something happens and it happens for a reason, and then you go, oh, that was shit, I won't do that again, or that didn't go well, I won't do that again. And I think if you look back, if you're always looking back, you can never move forwards. That's my quote for this episode. So I try not to. I'm just saying, like, I think stuff happens for a reason to like change who you are as a person. Like if I look at myself now, based on, compared to how I was like say when Callum and I first became friends. Would you agree, Callum, I'm literally like a different person? Like the bloke that you knew when we were like 15, 16. Oh, that's a bit harsh.
I'm joking. Yeah, you've changed. I've always thought you were a nice bloke.
Thanks,
and I think you still are a nice bloke. I think maybe before you were a little bit, bit of a gimp.
Fair enough. For the people who don't know, the first introduction I had to Callum was sat on a science stool in school, which is like a wooden stool with a hole in. I don't know if everyone had that. I'd moved bands, I'd moved sides of the year group in year 10. The first introduction I had to Callum Hole was him inserting a ruler into my arse through the hole in the science stool and saying, "Welcome to T-Band," and then walking off. And I thought, what happened here? Now look where we are.
I don't remember being quite as dramatic as that.
I remember that very vividly, mate. But yeah, I wondered what you guys thought about, you know, firstly, whether you feel like the kind of general, I'm not talking like specifics here, but the general kind of where your life's going to go is like sort of predetermined by your personality and you can't really change that a great deal, or whether you think that's bullshit. And then secondly, whether you think things happen for a reason, and all of that kind of jazz, I guess.
All that kind of jazz. That's my word. Go on, Caitlin. This is your bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can
I
see your
believe
mind
that
wearing.
100%. Like, I can't even tell you how much I know in my soul that is true. Like, your life, I think you came to Earth with a purpose, but not a purpose. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I'm gonna create the new light bulb. I don't know.
You like
I
that?
don't know.
Nice. Yeah. I see what you're saying. So like you come with a purpose, but not necessarily a specific purpose.
But not like, it doesn't have to be a deep. Like, my purpose could be to like have children.
Okay.
Like, that's gonna be my purpose. Like whatever.
Yeah,
But you come with that purpose, and then everything in your life is part. But all there's different paths, but and the purpose of your life is to find your purpose.
Do you think that? So you're saying that, like, so say when I was like 10, I wanted to be a footballer. When I was 14, I wanted to be a builder. When I was 16, I wanted to be I don't know. That I'm just my purpose. Eventually, I will reach my purpose, and all of these little things that I was doing were just helping me to reach my purpose. Like, are you saying it's predetermined and it can't change at all, or are you saying like?
Yeah,
okay.
But I don't. I mean, my beliefs are quite complex. But I think I have this belief. This is kind of like my religion. That I don't even know if I want to say, because Callum's.
Go on, you have to say it.
Yeah,
you can't.
No, I won't judge.
Can't set it up like that.
No, you can judge. But
I'm not gonna lie, I'm judging this whole conversation because it's a total load of bollocks. But
right, we'll come to you in a minute, mate. We'll come to you in a minute.
I think we're when we're like, our souls are like from like the universe. Like, we're like,
fuck me, that's deep. Jesus.
Higher thing.
Right, so you believe that there's a soul, do you?
Oh my God, what's in your hand?
That is Burt's Bees lip balm.
Oh, I thought we had the same thing, because that was literally in my hand. Anyway, so I think we're I think we're eternal souls.
Right.
And before we came to Earth, we've existed in a lot of different universes and like times. And before we came to Earth, we because this is so fun. This is what I think. I think everyone important in our lives have been in our lives forever, but in different roles. So say, for example, my mum on this earth, maybe in a previous lifetime, she was my best friend. And then so you travel through time with the same group of people, but you just take on different roles in different lifetimes.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. I just, the concept of previous lives is something I'm a little bit
but I don't think it's not, but I think Earth is just isn't the whole thing. Like, the universe is so big.
Are we in a simulation? Is that what you're saying? We're in a simulation.
I mean, kind of, but not really. But I went on a tangent, but I think everything does happen for a reason. And I think you create, but everything, it doesn't happen for a reason. It's already mapped out. It's because you created it yourself. Well, Callum, I'm obviously just torturing you with this chat. So just say what you think.
Come on, Callum. Callum's clearly not very disappointed in this whole conversation.
No, I'm not disappointed, because you two obviously agree with each other, and that's great. You can run off in your little fairy tale world, and you can live happily ever after, all this kind of chat. But it's all a load of crap. Right. Basically, my opinion is you're born, you do what you do, and then you die.
Oh, I don't...
That's the end of it, right? There's no pre-made path. It's no pre-made decision. You don't have a soul. You are just... You
don't have a soul? Yes, you do have a soul.
No, you're not. You're just a being. You just exist inside. You just load of stuff inside a body. You just exist. And what you do in life is determined by what your life experience. If my mum was really good at art, I'd probably be good at art. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Do you not think your purpose, you have some sort of position because of where you come into the world? The way you are and have always been is very different, in terms of beliefs and stuff, to me or the next person. Do you not think that maybe that's I'm reluctant to go on the idea of a path and a journey, because I feel that's a little bit too flowery for me. I'm just saying, do you not think that there's some element of what you choose to do and how you choose to live your life being a little bit predetermined?
No.
But have you ever seen?
Fair enough.
But even by like your DNA, like have you ever seen that 3 Identical Strangers?
No.
Basically, there was these triplets, and they got separated at birth, and all adopted into different families.
And they all turned out the same or different?
Yeah, they all turned out really similar. Like they took the same subject at uni. Like
That's
That's
like I just said,
biology,
they've
isn't
all
it?
had the same life experience.
no, they haven't, because they were
Yeah, but they
in
all
3
were
different
adopted and
families.
like free. That they all have the adoption as a thing. They have they have their own families as a thing, and then they're obviously just clever from biology or whatever there is. So they choose the thing. It's not like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make those 3 triplets separate and then come back.
No.
It's gonna be great.
But do
But
you
that's
think,
like
Callum,
their
if
DNA.
you...
Surely you can agree with DNA.
No, I agree with DNA obviously because it's a scientific fact.
So do you not think some stuff is written into your DNA?
Well, yeah, some stuff is written into your DNA, like
Yeah, but like
obviously
social
there are
things.
factors. No.
I think it's one of those subjects
You're
that...
so
like,
wrong.
I feel
What
like...
do you mean I'm so wrong?
You just are.
Goodness me, heated debate.
I feel like what motivates you to wake up every day if you just think like, oh, I'm just going to die one day and nothing?
Well, no, because you do die one day and it is nothing. But what motivates me every day is the things I enjoy doing in life. They're the reasons
Yeah,
I
but
get
surely
out
they're
of bed.
pointless. If you're
They
just
are
going to die and
pointless.
do nothing.
Everything in life is completely pointless.
No,
This
it's
conversation is
not.
pointless.
And that
Me being on
concludes
this
the
planet
Hocus
is
Pocus
point-
podcast.
Me being on this planet is completely
Fucking
pointless.
Yeah, but how can you live your life thinking
I
that?
don't live my life thinking I'm pointless. I live my life enjoying things, but knowing deep down that whatever I do makes no difference.
I don't believe that at all. I think
Fucking hell.
It makes a
everything
difference to other people's lives, yes.
I'd
but
like
it
to-
doesn't make
okay.
a difference to the greater picture.
I'd like to close this conversation with one question for each of you. It's going to be the same question. How would, if saying all the things you said, how would you like to be remembered? Like based on this kind of topic of conversation, like you've sort of said, Cal, like it's just you're just meandering along, and yeah, eventually everyone's going to die, and you can sort of enjoy your shit while it's going on. How would you like people to think of you, like remember you? And then the same.
Me personally, I'd like
Yes,
to be
mate.
remembered as a legend,
Yeah.
a comedian,
Yeah.
an entertainer,
Yeah.
a lover, a fighter,
Fucking hell.
um,
That was disgusting.
a man of great taste, a man of great culture.
Great facial hair.
You need to
Probably
start
the
doing
closest thing possible to perfection. I would imagine that's how I'd be remembered.
No, well, I'm not asking you how you think people remember you. It's how you'd like.
That's
to
not
be
how people will remember
Well,
you.
I'd like to be remembered as the perfect man.
Okay.
But can I actually have a theory, right? Okay, and I have a mental theory that probably goes in well with this conversation.
Go on then.
It stems from my time when I was in Thailand and I was walking across some wet rock. Okay,
Right. Yeah. So you just said you
Sounds
don't
like-
believe in like anything like souls or anything.
but I believe in this.
This is a
'cause it
belief
happens.
from walking across
This is a
wet
belief.
rocks in
Yeah,
Thailand.
like,
Here I
This is a
am.
belief. Okay,
What have you been
so
smoking
I was
over there in
walking
Slimfold?
across some wet rocks. Okay,
Right.
Wait,
Thailand.
what? They were just wet because they'd been hit by
No,
the sea.
it was
or
like
something?
it was like in a waterfall area, like a rainforest area, and we were
Okay.
walking to a waterfall,
When
and
you
there
wear
were some wet rocks.
shoes or flip flops.
Right, so this is the
I
thing.
think you need water shoes.
So this is the thing, okay? This is the thing. So they said a lot of people fall over here. We'd recommend keeping your shoes on or keeping water shoes or sandals. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going barefoot.
Oh, Charlotte, that makes my whole hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
They were like, you'll definitely
Says,
fall
fuck the
over.
rules.
And I was skipping across the rocks.
What?
Skipping,
Bare feet?
barefoot. Wet rocks, just skipping across. And they were like, that is crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. So my theory is that I am the next step in evolution.
Fucking hell.
So you have
No, because
you
you can skip
grow-
water.
Because you can stand on
No,
wet
and
rocks
also
barefoot.
I also believe that I have all the diseases in the world currently inside my body, and that's why I have so many health
Oh.
complications. But my body is just so because I like my ears blocked and like I
Yeah,
have
that's the one thing
headaches
I've
and-
ever heard. Your
No,
ears
no,
are
no,
blocked.
no. There's loads of things.
Right, so
um,
you have like cholera, Ebola.
I've
Yeah,
known you for
malaria,
2 years and I've never
HIV.
seen.
Maybe like not all of them. But
I think maybe you're a bit dramatic with your
no.
symptoms.
Hypochondria. Okay, so you're
I'm the
you're
next
suggesting-
step in evolution. Like you have ape man me.
No way. I think if that's anyone, that's me.
Goodness me. Right, Caitlin, how do you want to be remembered? How would you like to be remembered? Let's get off this tangent quickly.
I
How
think I
would you
want
like
to
to be
be.
remembered?
I think just everyone being like, oh, I wish I knew her. Like, I wish she was my friend. I think that would be
That's quite
nice.
nice. I do wonder, right, in some things, just to like kind of tie this up. You know, when like someone dies and everyone's like, "Oh, he was such a great bloke." Do you ever think like that bloke was probably an absolute wanker, and they just got to say nice things in his death? Like they couldn't be like, "Oh, at his funeral." So yeah, just a little bit about John. John was a massive prick, a bellend. Everyone hated him. Cheers for coming. Nice one. Like, that's,
Yeah, why does
imagine if
everyone-
like
that's just something I think about.
Hitler had a funeral and all his family were there. What were they saying? Like, oh, he was such a
Oh,
nice
they-
guy. He was so caring. He loved he loved everyone that he knew.
But then surely that's a point. So really, you could be the most horrible person ever, and it doesn't matter because people will still be nice to you at your funeral. Like you may as well just be mean.
Yeah, but it's not because everyone looks back at Hitler and thinks
Yeah.
he's one of the worst blokes of all time.
Like, say,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you don't have to be Hitler. So
I'd
James.
like to be remembered just like someone that people would like come to if they needed help. That's what I'd like to be, a helper of
Oh,
people.
that's nice.
But I just do think like sometimes I wonder at like people who were just generally a bit of a knobhead at their actual life. At their funeral, does someone stand up and go, "David loved fishing and long walks on the beach"? And everyone's sitting there going, "Oh, he's a fucking arsehole, that David."
You know what,
Anyway.
Ewan? At my funeral, I want you to say he was a bit of a twat. Okay? Because I will
would
definitely die before you. 100%.
Even though you're the next step in human evolution.
No, because that's why my
Yeah.
brain's just going to struggle and implode from the inside. But I'll definitely die before you because you're like a health freak and I'm very much the opposite. But at my funeral, I want you to go up there and say he was a bit of a twat.
Bit of a twat.
That's all I have to say.
But he was our twat. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, there we go.
Drop the mic. Okay, right. That concludes our very varied debate. We've got a few questions as sent in by our listeners, Caitlin, for you. This week, Callum and I have managed to coincide that we both have the questions, so we can actually both ask. Usually, it's just Callum and I sort of sit here awkwardly. That was a good stutter. Thank you.
Are these like fire question, quick fire?
Quick fire,
We'd
like
like you
one
to answer
word
them
if
as quickly
possible.
as possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Callum, would you like to start, and then I'll
Which
follow
page
you?
are you on, mate?
I'm on the last page, I believe, that was sent with 4 questions on, all sent from Austin.
Okay, so I'll ask the questions of the other 4 that I sent you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Caitlin, quick fire questions, one word if possible.
Oh god, this is pressure now.
Would you ever go blonde?
Oh no. What did someone called Austin ask? So who's Austin?
No,
no,
this is
sorry.
Sharkeel one.
Oh, I was going to
Okay,
say.
right.
Okay.
And then
no, I wouldn't.
just
I
Uh,
don't think it would go with my colouring.
Okay, where is the first place you will go when lockdown is over?
Oh, bloody Brighton, probably. Oh, Maldives, if someone wants to take me.
Maldives. Okay, what was the best and worst thing about going to uni?
Oh, the best thing was my friends, and the worst thing was second year and David from first year. He knows who he is. I hope he's listening.
David,
What is your favourite
/
least favourite feature about yourself? Should we just do the favourites, keep it nice and positive,
Yeah.
positive vibes and all that?
My least favourite is my fingers.
I just said the positive.
I know, but that came to me first. My favourite feature, at the
Just the
moment, I
one.
really like my hair. I've got this really good new shampoos.
Nice. Yeah, looks nice. Looks nice.
Yeah, don't you think? Do you think I've lost weight? Carry on.
Ewan, would you like to read Austin's 4?
Yeah. So the first one is: would you rather spend 15 minutes with Ewan or 15 hours with Callum?
Oh my god! What? Just locked in a room?
Doesn't give any more concept. Than
Let's
that.
say, yeah.
Context.
Let's
So,
say
yeah,
locked
locked in a room. Yeah, locked in a room.
15 minutes with you, obviously. I wouldn't want to spend 15 hours with anyone, let alone Callum. Jesus, I'd get no peace.
Okay, the next question again about me for some reason. Do I shower in the morning or evening?
What do
What's
you?
your
you
opinion by
What-
looking
what-
at
yeah,
Ewan?
what
Do
do
you
you
think he
think?
showers in the morning?
morning,
Yeah, I sometimes shower both. But
and I bet it's cold.
I tried a cold shower. It wasn't for me. Made me feel a bit.
Oh, really? That surprised me.
Down.
I shower twice a day.
Yeah, I do.
Shower twice a week.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Austin also asked: is putting cheese on your scrambled eggs a crime?
No.
No.
If it's obviously, if it was like camembert, that would be a no. If it's got to be the right type.
Yeah, and then I've just picked a random one from another page, which says: How big does a man's feet have to be? For you to like them?
No, that was asked for a reason. Oh, basically, I don't even know if I want to
Have
say.
you got a foot fetish? Is that what you're telling us?
No, that's not even it. It's actually like, they don't have to be big, basically.
Okay.
And
Let me
then-
just quick fire through these ones, you dog. If you could do a karaoke duet with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
It would probably be Alexandra Burke.
Not
And
Harry Styles.
Because Harry,
That's blasphemous.
Yeah.
No, but Harry, that's not my song. But Alexandra Burke would mean a lot more to me and my fans because everyone knows.
Your fans, did you say? Sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Everyone knows my connection with Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, true.
Correct.
Thoughts on star signs? We've sort of touched on that kind of rubbish.
Real. And I get,
Real.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
Capricorn, if anyone wants to know. But I'm on the cusp, so I'm
Uh,
also half Aquarius.
If you could create a new law, what would it be?
Ooh, a new law. Oh my god, who asked that? That's such a good question.
Zoe.
It would, Zoe. It would be that.
Rosie asked the last two, by the way. I thought I'd give her a shout out. The karaoke one
That's
was
really
Rosie.
making me panic.
This is
I
good
don't
quick
know.
fire. Good quick fire.
Oh my god, the first thing that came into my head is that you don't have to be 16 to drive. I don't know why.
Worst dating
You have to be
experience.
17 to drive anyway, so that would be a flawed law.
Your worst dating experience.
Oh yeah, you have to be. Oh god, he had a dangly earring.
What is your type on paper?
That's
That's from Lottie.
Oh, so 6'3", curly hair, has a car with heated seats.
Josh Pennicott. Perfect.
I don't know who Josh Pennicott is.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Oh, no, sorry, not him.
Stitch up. Stitch up.
Do you know Marwan Fellaini?
Yeah,
Who?
why 6'3"? How tall are you, Caitlin?
I don't know. I think I'm like 5. What's like an average height?
I reckon you're about 5, 6, 7.
5, 6. I don't know why 6'3" just sounds like good to me. And a name is really important. Never go out with
Go
someone
on.
called Ross or Carl.
What's
So
the name of your? What's that surname you want to find?
Oh, Sinclair. That's my dream
You want to
surname.
marry someone with the name Sinclair.
Yeah. So when I find that, that's my soulmate.
Who was the biggest loser you met at uni, and was it Callum?
Yeah. You're the biggest
Brilliant.
loser, but you're not the person I dislike the most.
Okay, great.
Is
Is there
is that it?
any others you want to pick at, Ewan? That's me
Um,
done from my side.
Nah, mate, I reckon we've got.
We'll ask Molly and Zara's question and
broad spectrum.
Lisa
Yeah, what did Zara
Oakley.
say?
Zara's put. Oh, she's put the same question. Where are you looking forward to? Where are you looking? Where are you going on the 21st of June? The same question as Shah Q.
Oh.
That's cute.
But we've answered that. Thanks,
Yeah.
Zara, anyway. Dream job besides being a housewife from Lisa Oakley or
Oh,
Lisa
that's hard.
Oakley.
That would be my dream job, a housewife.
Oh, there we go. What about besides social media influencer? I reckon that's got you written all over it.
Really, just like a celebrity, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
And then from Molly, we can always crop this one out.
Yeah.
my God,
Would
what
you
did she say?
rather walk in on your parents or your parents walk in on you?
Is that what she said?
Yeah. Molly Swift X.
Well, I mean, my
on
parents have been
Instagram.
divorced.
Plug.
Okay. My parents have been divorced for like 10 years, so that would be kind of weird. So
That's the weirdest part of that, is it?
What are you doing here?
I think I would rather them walking on me. I don't know. What would you rather? That's a hard one.
I'm not answering that question on the
neither.
podcast.
It depends. It depends on like, the situation.
Fair play.
Okay, I think that's most of the
That's it.
most of the questions. Yeah, thanks for everyone that sent in a question. Really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you.
And if we didn't read yours out, sorry about that, but I think we got.
Yeah,
through.
and thanks, Caitlin, for coming on the podcast. I think you've been a breath
That's
of fresh
okay.
air to what was becoming a football podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, I did notice that.
Thank you
So
very
now
much for your time.
we've covered some really weird and absolute rubbish that you've brought. So I really appreciate it. But
Thank you
it's
very
been
much.
insightful.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
that's right. I'll do a little sign off just for
Yeah, to go
old
on
time's
media.
sake.
Do you want to plug
yeah.
Caitlin's Instagram in the? We'll plug it. Was it Caitlin McKever something?
Just Caitlin McKever. And
Anything you want to plug? Anything at all?
download Goss.
Download Goss. an
Download
app
Goss. Yeah,
about
so
celebrity gossip.
follow Caitlin and download Goss. And This has been the Hocus Pocus podcast, episode 6. Thanks very much for listening. Follow us at Hocus Pocus podcast on all reputable